John Wick, one of action cinema's most iconic figures, isn't just a master assassin. He's a complex human being shaped by loss, loyalty, love, and the violent world that raised him. Although the films don't tell his entire backstory directly, we can piece it together from the movies, confirmed sources, and well-supported lore, his real name and origins. John Wick was born Jardany Jovanovich in the Byelorussian SSR of the former Soviet Union, likely around the mid-1960s. His name is rarely mentioned until John Wick, Chapter 3. When the director, his former mentor, calls him Jardany.
Jardany? Why have you come home?
Revealing that John Wick is an adopted name rather than his birth identity. We know Jardany was orphaned at a young age.
An orphan we plucked from the street and owned into a knife.
How or why his parents died isn't revealed officially, and the films leave this part intentionally vague, giving audiences space to imagine his early struggles. The Ruska Roma, family before everything. After becoming an orphan, Jardany was taken in by the Ruska Roma, a crime syndicate and cultural community that trained him as a killer. The Ruska Roma blend organized crime with deep connection to tradition and loyalty, which explains both John's early education in violence and his lifelong sense of honor. The director, who heads the Ruska Roma Training Theater, became a mentor and surrogate mother figure to him. Here, Jardany learned martial arts, firearms, tactical driving, close combat, and stealth. The complete skill set he displays throughout the series. Many fans believe this upbringing also explains why John speaks many languages and moves through different cultures with ease. A hallmark of Romani adaptability and communal upbringing. His birth name, Jardany Jovanovich, has Slavic roots and ties to the Ruska Roma identity. Jardany has parallels with traditional Romani naming, while Jovanovich reflects broader Slavic naming conventions. Over time, as he integrated with the wider underworld, the name John Wick emerged, a simple anglicized alias derived from his original name, from classroom to criminal underworld. After training with the Ruska Roma, John's skills earned him respect and fear among assassins. At some point, he began working with the Tarasov crime family in New York. Vigo Tarasov, a powerful mob boss, employed John as his top enforcer because of John's efficiency and reputation. It was during this period that he earned the nickname Baba Yaga, loosely translated as the Boogeyman, in part because his skill made him seem almost supernatural in combat. The infamous pencil kill story, where John dispatches several men with just a pencil, encapsulates this mythic reputation, even though it's never fully shown on screen. Love, retirement, and the impossible task. Jardany's life takes a dramatic turn when he meets Helen, a woman outside the assassin world. They fall in love, marry, and for the first time he experiences peace. But before this life began, he had to escape his old one. To gain his freedom, John undertakes an impossible task for Vigo Tarasov, eliminating all rival crime bosses in New York. This gritty mission is so dangerous that few expected him to survive. In doing so, he solidified Vigo's dominance in the city, but it also laid the emotional groundwork for his retirement. John finally retires, marries Helen, and settles into a quiet life. They have no children, and their time together is brief and tender, so precious that it defines his character's emotional core. Loss that set the fire aflame. Helen dies from illness and gives John a beagle puppy named Daisy as a final gift. Her death breaks his heart, but the dog becomes a living connection to her. When Daisy is murdered by the Tarasov mob's son, Iosef, John is pulled back into the violent world he had tried to leave. What begins as vengeance quickly becomes a legendary rampage through the assassin underground. This emotional return, sparked by grief and reverence for love, is what makes John human.
Loving a husband, that's what I want on mine.
He's not just a machine of violence. He's a man trying to honor love in a world that offers no peace. Why he knows so many people. John's vast network of allies, from Winston to Marcus, Sophia, and others, didn't happen by chance. His years in the Roma and as an enforcer for major crime syndicates put him in contact with countless players in the assassin world. Bonds were formed through mutual respect, past favors, shared battles, markers, and debts of honor, all part of the Wick universe's moral economy. Markers, blood oaths between assassins, explain why John sometimes helps others without question. Yet his friendship with Winston and others goes beyond markers and into genuine loyalty.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe, switch the notification bell on so you can stay updated, and I'll see you in the next one.